Hello and welcome back to the Entertainment Vortex and our new episode of Pop Culture News, your one-stop shop for all things Funko Pop. So as normal, we're going to start off with what's available now. These are things we've talked about in the past weeks that you can get right now in stores. There's only one really major one that I want to call out this week, and it's going to be the Louise Belcher one from Bob's Burgers, now available at Box Lunch. So if you were excited about that one, now's the time. Go out and grab it.
And this one's going to be a pretty limited run. It was specifically for the Hunger Foundation event that took place earlier in the week. So keep an eye out for it. Like I said, it's going to be limited quantities. At our Box Lunch local to us, they were still available. And I know that it's a little light in the available now section, but that there were so many things that came out last week that it was going to be a pretty limited run for as far as what came out this week.
Okay, now we're going to talk about everything that was officially announced this last week. First on the list is going to be a sports pop. It's going to be Ken Griffey Jr. This is coming in September, and I'm actually going to let him talk about this one because he knows much more about this one.
So this is going to be one of the sports game event releases. So it's specifically only going to come out at a Mariners game on the 29th. So keep an eye out for this if you're in the Seattle area, you like baseball. It comes in 3 different variants. It's going to be him with his typical number. It's going to be him with his rookie number and his rookie jersey. And then there's going to be a bronze chrome statue edition. Now, there are going to be varying numbers between the 3. The typical one is going to be the one most people receive, with the rookie one being a more limited number, and I believe there are only going to be 14 of the bronze statue one. There are 20,000 of them total, so the first 20,000 people who attend the game will get these pops. So if you're in the area and this is something you're excited about, keep an eye out for those, and happy hunting. Hopefully you get the bronze one.
So next up on the list is going to be one that we heard about way back in the rumor section before we even had a rumor section. It's finally coming to fruition. This is going to be Ellie Sattler in the Jeep from Jurassic Park. This is coming in November. We kind of knew it was coming, but at the same time, it didn't come out with the rest of them, so everybody started to doubt it, but now we know.
Yeah, it was a really interesting journey for this particular pop. It actually got pulled from the grouping from the original release that had, Dr. Ian Malcolm and all that other good stuff. So it was interesting to see how long it took to actually make this one happen, but this was the one I feel like, aside from Sexy Malcolm, was the one that everybody was frothing at the mouth for. This is definitely the one that I was most excited about, so I'm really excited that it's finally going to be a thing. So next up on the list is going to be a fall release around the Star Wars Christmas Pops. There are quite a few of them. We've already been talking about them for months at this point, so I think pretty much all of the Christmas Pops that have been in the rumor section now have been confirmed that they're going to be a thing, all coming out around the fall, which is, typical, considering there are probably going to be some Christmas presents here and there for some people. These actually look more interesting than I thought they were going to.
Is there a Kylo Ren one?
No, unfortunately.
So next up on the list is going to be a new specialty series pop of Mr. Garrison from South Park. Now, they're doing this a little differently now. This is going to be available in smaller shops. So you're not going to see these in the major markets like you would expect to, like Hot Topic or Box Lunch or something like that. I expect to see them in your local mom and pop shop that brings in pops. I kind of like this, giving some support to the smaller brick and mortar shops. I hope they do a lot more of this.
So the next one up on our list is going to be one that we've been talking about, here and there throughout the rumor section. It's going to be The Flash, the TV series. So we already knew that they had, pictures and stuff of Vibe, but they're also going to get 3 other pops as well. I believe Jay Garrick, there's actually a Flash motion one where he's got sparks coming off of his feet and stuff. These all look super cool. I was really excited about the Vibe one. I'm really excited that they're making it a full line, and I'm definitely really excited to get my hands on these. These ones are coming soon, so we'll see. They may be tomorrow, it could be 3 months from now, so keep an eye out for those.
So out of all the ones we've talked about so far, the one I'm most interested in is the Mr. Garrison one. I'm a huge South Park fan, so when it comes to the announcements from this week, that would be the number one for me. I am interested in the ride from Jurassic Park, but I'm not really going to rush out for that one as much as I will try to find a brick and mortar shop and support them and get that Mr. Garrison.
So it's going to be reverse order for me, but the same 2 pops. Mr. Garrison, I love South Park. He's an alright character. He's not my very favorite, but he's definitely worth going to one of our local comic shops here in town and supporting that business. I really appreciate that type of business model, and that Funko's doing their best to try and help out the little guy. And then definitely the Ellie Sattler pop is going to be the one that I'm going to be hotly looking for the next, however long it takes to get a hold of it. I know that it was difficult to get a hold of Sexy Malcolm. I'm imagining this one probably won't be as hard because it's not looking like it's going to be an exclusive. It's probably going to be a wide release, so you'll see it at all of your big box places. I'm definitely going to be looking out for it. it though.
I would be more excited about the Star Wars Christmas ones, but with no Kylo Ren, then you just lost my interest completely. Why they wouldn't make a Kylo Ren, I have no idea. He's obviously the flagship of the Star Wars franchise right now.
Just have candy cane with 2 little candy canes off the side.
It writes itself. So next up on the list, we're going to talk about the rumors. Of course, this section is full of things that are not officially confirmed by Funko, but we've got a pretty good track record with these from the people we get them from. So the people online that do these, not really leaks, but these pieces of information, they're pretty on top of it. So first on the list is going to be a gray suit Superman, and then there's a chase version where the gray suit Superman has the red eyes, like he's shooting his eye beams.
So next up on the list is going to be this week's Hot Topic Periscope call. So they announced quite a few things. The horror box that we talked about last week, they dug in a little bit deeper as to what that might look like. They're saying that it's going to come out on the 20th of this month and that it's going to have 4 different horror licenses in it. So if you're a big horror fan like myself, you're going to want to go out and grab this as soon as possible. I know that some of their boxes move pretty quickly, so keep an eye out for this one if you're excited about it. I know I personally am. And then the next one on the list for the Hot Topic call is more information about the pair of Beetlejuice Pops that have been announced to be Hot Topic exclusive. So it's going to be Beetlejuice and Lydia. And they also mentioned that there may be more Beetlejuice Pops coming in the future, so keep an eye out for those. And then the final thing that's on that list that pertains to Funko Pops specifically is going to be an evil Cuphead mock-up. So they actually have this one. It looks like it's all put together. We don't know when it'll come out, but typically with these, it tends to be a few weeks after the announcement. So with this one, it's Cuphead. He's got kind of a weird grin on his face, as you can see on screen, and then he's got the flames coming out of the cup. Looks super interesting. Like I said, Cuphead's something that's kind of missed me at this point. I think I'll try it eventually, though.
Next up on the list is one that I'm personally excited about. It is a black chrome version of the Flash from the Justice League. So I collect all the Justice League Pops, so I hope this one comes to be true, because the more of these I get, the happier I am.
So the last piece on our rumor section is going to be more things announced for New York Comic Con / Toy Tokyo. There have been a laundry list of things that have been announced, not quite as big as San Diego Comic Con, but there's still a pretty big number of things. So we got a little more confirmation about the Funky Phantom Pop, the glow-in-the-dark one that's supposed to be coming out. We actually have images for that now as well. There's also going to be Dum Dum, the dog. Dum Dum Want Gum Gum. That's another Hanna-Barbera. We were seeing a lot more of those recently. Yeah. But that one's also supposed to be coming to New York Comic Con as well. And then along with that, there are going to be some more DC-related ones. So there's going to be an orange chrome Batman, and then there's also going to be a classic Wonder Woman. Now this one's not as confirmed as some of the other ones are. It's just been kind of in some of the images that people are taking from like the promo work for all this stuff. There was an image specifically that gets some more up close and closer to like a glamour shot, I guess. And then there's some where there are a few pops that have already been announced to going to be at this event where that pop is kind of mixed in with them. Out of the box because people are heathens. But so this one looks super cool. I definitely really enjoy Wonder Woman, and having that classic look is definitely something that I'm interested in keeping my eye on.
And we're kidding, of course. Please collect any way you want to collect. Your way is the right way. So next up on the list is going to be our haul section. This, of course, is when we talk about what we've gotten in the last week. I did get a couple, but I forgot to bring them, so they're going to get bumped to next week. But I know you brought yours. What'd you pick up this week?
All right, so I had some box lunch rewards that just happened to pile up. I didn't even know they were there. I got notified that I got $5 for my box lunch anniversary. But I also had a couple more that were laying around from previous months that I didn't know were there. So I picked up the Oogie Boogie without his sack, his precious bugs. That one was one that we talked about a few weeks ago on the show, and it's super cool in person. I'm really cool, excited for that one. And then the other one that I picked up is Spyro with Sparks. I loved the Spyro the Dragon franchise. Those were day one release pickups for me when I was younger, much to my parents' chagrin. And I played the heck out of those games. They were some of the first games that I actually completed 100%. So I'm really excited that they made this into a pop, especially with the remaster around the corner. I'm really excited to have these in my collection.
So as always, we would love to know what you got in the last week, so leave your hauls down in the comment section below. It's always fun to discuss that with other people. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We give you multiple videos every single week. And we have t-shirts available if you're interested in those as well. Those are available down in the description below. We hope you'll follow us into the Vortex. We'll see you next time.